Sometimes I feel like I should have named this channel The Tedious Violinist because we are breaking things down on a microscopic level. In this video, I invite you to practice Schradieck with me, the first exercise of the first page, very, very slowly to make sure that we're working on your sound, your bow changes, and your left hand dexterity. Hi, I'm Ariadna, and this is Mindful Strings, where I help you transform your violin playing through the principles of the Alexander Technique and the Russian School of Violin. I teach violin full-time in my private studio in Boston, Massachusetts, and this is your online resource for self-study at home. I created a few different free resources for you guys, so check out the links down in the description and be on the lookout for my comprehensive full beginner violin course where I teach you all the technique, how to read music, and a lot of different fun music to play. So with the Schradieck, let's get started. It's useful to use a metronome, and the exercise is written, I'm going to put the little PDF thing down here. It's written in 16th notes that are, slurred across the entire line. So what we really are looking for here is playing one note per bow, just like we do with the scales, 2 notes per bow, 4 notes per bow, 8 notes per bow, 16 notes per bow, and then you can do the whole 2 measures all together. And it takes a while to get there. The objective here is to make sure that your left hand is set up well so that you are able to truly hit each note in tune in the same exact way as you play it. And you want to make sure that you have your wrist straight, your thumb pointing up. I'm going to show you. You want to thumb pointing up roughly kind of opposite first-ish second finger. And you have to rotate your forearm so that your pinky can land comfortably on that A string and be ideally round. If you find that your pinky is collapsing right here, get a little closer. If you see that the pinky is collapsing, you can try a couple of things. Either bring your hand even closer to the neck, or you're going to have to do the pinky workout. I am going to turn on my metronome, and I'm going to do it. Some people do it at 40. Let's just do it at 60 today. And we're going to start with 4 clicks per note. So you're going to be like 4-second bows. I'm going to play through the line once before we go to 2 per bow. So once again, find the ground under your feet, release your neck, notice your breath, get situated with your left hand, check the softness of the bow hand. Keep scanning your body. Notice your glutes. Notice the lower back. Release your pelvis. Fingers are active. Drop it on the string. Pop it off. Pop it off and relax. Free movement, and prepare like little hammers dropping on the string. Pop it off. Make sure your thumb is not squeezing. going to do 2 per bow. Also, quick note, make sure your bow is not too far away from the bridge, not too close to the bridge, kind of in the middle, moving parallel to the bridge, and tilt your bow. You gotta know about that bow tilt. The sound is much better that way. All right, now I was talking to you about free fingers, so make sure they're moving nice and light from that first row of knuckles. Same pace in the bow, double the speed in the left hand. Noticing your breath. I'm going to now go to 4 per bow, but if you're going through this with me, let me know in the comments if you want me to do more repetitions at the slower speeds or at each speed, and in my future videos I will adjust to make sure it works for everybody. Let's do 4 per bow now. Allow your neck to be free, you hold back to lengthen and widen, feel your weight on your feet. 1 click per note, 4 per bow. Let's do this one again. Make sure the bow is evenly distributed for 4 notes. Check in with the lower back and glutes. Pretty sure I just did an extra one of those, but it's hard to talk and play at the same time. All right, let's go on to 8 per bow. So now we're going to be playing 2 notes per click. Alrighty, if you need a break, take a small break. Kind of roll your shoulders about, stretch, move around, move your legs. I realize that it's hard to put an actual practice session in a video because it's going to be possibly long. And this is kind of your more of a lesson than a practice session because I'm talking quite a bit. Let's try 16 per bow. So we're going to be doing 4 notes per click. We're doubling that speed in the left hand. And also you can let me know down in the comments at which point I lost you. you may notice sometimes I'm a tiny bit off the beat, so I'm trying to make sure that I'm landing right on the beat, steadily moving the bow and hitting that fourth finger in tune more times than not, hopefully. So let's see, what is next? 32 per bow. Can we do it? Ooh. I'm losing my rhythm because I'm trying to give myself directions. I can't play that fast and talk at the same time, but I'm making sure that I'm releasing my neck, my back, my shoulders, and doing that whole body scan. It's a lot harder to do when you are multitasking, playing something that fast, so I'm losing the timing and the tuning a little bit when that happens, which is fine. The brain can't truly multitask. Interesting thing as I go through it, I can hear how the thing I'm focusing on improves. So if it's intonation, I really zoom in and like it becomes more in tune. And if it's timing, the timing improves. But then I can notice all the different things shift, creep in into the kind of posture element. So this is why it's so nice to go under the microscope when it comes to practice. Typically, I probably would spend a lot more time on each tempo. And not necessarily even on the same day, because remember, we are here, we're busy grown-ups, and we have a lot of stuff going on, kids, jobs, world crises, so we do what we can. But if you can create that mindful, kind of peaceful state just for a little bit to check in with yourself and with the healing power of music, I think the day will be a lot better. I hope this helps. Happy mindful practicing, and I'll see you next time.